This is to certify that Movie Chats has been classified for live streaming.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us to Movie Chats. As you can see, little Steve's not here. However, we have got...
Hello!
There you go. I bet you all thought, shit, I'm stuck with Big Steve this week. How you doing, little fella? You all right?
Yes, mate, I'm good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. You've had a good week?
Yeah, it's been all right. Just been off with little man, so it's been busy. Been keeping me busy. So, yeah, I'm knackered now. Ready to go back to work tomorrow. Hey, guys.
Going back to work for a rest.
Yeah, something like that.
So far, we've got Sharon. Evening, Sharon. Thank you for joining us. We've got Richard from Night's Life. Cheers, Rich. And we've got Gareth from Video Tasties. Yikes. I don't know if that's because you've took your mask off or
behave yourself. Look, charity shop, £1. I was having that all day long. One of my favourite TV shows. Watch up with that. I had to stop myself buying the other two that were in there.
For £1, you can't complain, though, can you?
Mate, honestly, it's really good plastic as well.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter.
Good stuff. So, a little confession. I never got round to watching the Homework movie.
Oh, my good God.
But we have been watching... we did get stuck into Happy Valley. And that's
all right, because that weren't even the homework.
No. Well, we'll talk about it later. I tell a lie. I watched the first 20 minutes of it, so at least I've got an understanding of what was going on, and I can talk about the first 20 minutes.
Oh, that's all right then. We won't go past the 20-minute mark.
No. We're done at 20 minutes.
Yeah, I sat down and watched it today.
Yeah. Good stuff. Right. Shall we, in that case, then, jump in? Okay, so this week's homework was The Thing, 1982's The Thing, John Carpenter's, starring Kurt Russell.
Yes.
It's about a research facility that stumbles across an alien, and that alien can take forms of other beings.
If it's with them long enough, yes.
Yes, right. Okay. Now, I did enjoy the little attempt of special effects at the beginning with the spaceship.
Yeah, that was a bit weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, considering this is like 5-6 years after the likes of Star Trek and Star Wars, you'd think the special effects would be better.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that for me, this has been on my to-watch list for a long time. I've got a box set of this one, and it's a prequel, the other one, which I still haven't watched. But yeah, I got around to watching this, and it was...
the 2011 one?
Yes, yeah. It's a prequel.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was a remake, but when I was watching some of the special editions, it was saying it was a prequel, because there's actually quite a big, obviously a big fan base out there for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, they've got Facebook pages and all sorts of stuff, so that they can try and figure out some of the stuff that's in the film that don't really get answers for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the premise obviously is this alien spaceship has crash landed, for want of a better phrase, probably. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, frozen in the ice. I want to say the Swedish,
Norwegian,
sorry, the Norwegian. They sort of stumble upon it.
That's like a running joke throughout the first 20 minutes that he keeps calling them Swedish, and he keeps saying,
yeah, that's where I was getting it from. But yeah, so they sort of excavate this this thing, and obviously then it runs rampant. Because the thing is, at the start, you've got them going over on a helicopter trying to shoot this
dog.
Yeah, I'm like, I hope this dog gets away. I hope this dog gets away. And then when I sort of realised why they were trying to kill it, I was like, yeah, no, I felt bad then. But it was good though.
I haven't got to the bit yet where you realise what the dog is. They've put the dog in the pen.
Literally, that's literally. So you can see the dog sort of going in the pen, and then all of a sudden, all the dogs go absolutely mental, and this thing sort of opens up and tries to devour them all. But at that point, obviously, Kurt Russell's already been over to their site and found this thing
back.
Brought this thing back. But it was good though, because it's rather than it just being sort of a horror movie, it's like a thriller as well, because you're trying to figure out because obviously it can go into any form. They're trying to figure out who's still human and who isn't. And a lot of the premise on that film of the film is like them trying to figure out how they're going to find out who's human and who's not. Because if you spend too long with it, then obviously it will get you, sort of thing, and it'll be passed into you as well.
Yeah.
But I actually really enjoyed it. I think the ending left a bit to be desired, and I think some of the sequences for trying to kill these things was quite short. You know, there was no sort of drawn out massive fights or anything. It was just sort of how they managed to kill these things was a bit shit. But other than that, the actual movie itself was a really good movie.
No, I do need to watch it. And like I say, I got 20 minutes in, then Lana come home and she was like, right, so we're going to have tea. So I stopped and then we had some tea then. And yeah, I've been meaning to watch it all week and I just have not got around to watching it. But like I say, the first 20 minutes, I thought, you know what, I could really get into this. When you saw the two-headed thing that they consider to be an alien until they do the autopsy.
Yeah.
Well, that looked quite cool, you know. And then, but like you say, that where they were trying to shoot the dog and kill the dog, and then he just gets off the helicopter and he's not bothered that his mate just blew himself up, or you know,
that was funny. That was like literally.
Or he shot someone in the knee or something like that. He's not bothered. He's just going after this dog.
But and I'm like, just leave the dog alone. What's the dog done to you?
Yeah, just get away from it. But then when you realise when he says, "Oh, they're about an hour flight up the lane," they must have been zigzagging for a couple of hours for that dog to make that journey.
Yeah.
You know. But no, I like I say, I am gonna watch it. I'll probably end up watching it tomorrow. I'm at home tomorrow, so I'll probably watch it then.
Okay.
And then we can have a proper catch up.
It's only because he wants to do a video on it, guys. That's what it is.
No. When have we done a video of the Homework movie?
I'm sure there's one.
Might be in a couple of weeks. You never know.
But no, I mean, the Arrow one I've got. What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know what happened then.
What did you do?
I don't know. Anyway, what were you going to say? The Arrow one that you found?
It's the Arrow one that I've got. It's got some good extras on it, and to be fair, the quality of it, they've really cleaned it up to bring it out on that release. So I was dead chuffed with it. I don't know what the other one's like yet.
Okay. Right. Let's move on to featured actor. This one shouldn't take us too long, I don't think.
No.
Right. As the thumbnail said, all the gear, no idea. Right. So this week's featured actor is Richard Gere. Now, this came out the other week when before I went on holiday, and we never done it last week because I thought it was unfair to throw Paul under the bus and ask him to give us his top 5 Richard Gere films. However, we did ask him the question after the show, and he did sort of struggle. So, apart from the obvious ones, the Jackal, Primal Fear, First Night, Officer and Gentleman, and Pretty Woman.
It's really not a lot. So, Unfaithful, First Night, Pretty Woman, and Officer and a Gentleman. And that's about where my Richard Gere knowledge stops.
Well, I've got Unfaithful, as I mentioned, but I've also got The Runaway Bride. Now, I did enjoy that one. I thought that one would be right up your street, being a chick flick.
Oh, they've not stayed. Wait, that's there we go.
So yeah, I thought that'd be right up your street. That, The Runaway Bride.
Yeah, Reading Movies said it's a great movie. You'll enjoy it, Steve. There is something about practical effects that and that's it. I mean, it's not CGI, is it? It's all practical effects. Hey, Baz, that for me is again, because it's cleaned up quite nicely on that Arrow release. It looks really, really good. I'm not a fan of some of the monsters, the aliens, should we say, but the actual picture quality and the effects are really, really good for its time. I mean, it was released in 82 and it was supposed to be based in 82 as well.
Yeah,
that was quite good as well.
Mm-hmm. The Thing
game. Oh, okay. I've never seen that, to be honest with you. The Thing game.
Wasn't it? Unfaithful was pretty okay. Yeah. No. So going back to the Richard Gere thing, Reading says there about Unfaithful being pretty okay. He wasn't expecting it, but he enjoyed it. I think. I don't know if I've not seen many Richard Gere films, or I have not seen many that he's been.
He's not your go-to actor, is he? Let's be honest.
No.
I think that's where we're going with this. Is that he's very much typecast? I think in a lot of movies, he's very much plays the same sort of person, doesn't he?
Yeah. Apart from the Jackal, where he's the Irish terrorist.
Yeah, I suppose.
But if you look at like First Night, Officer and Gentleman, Pretty Woman, Runaway Bride, he ends up with the pretty girl from the film.
Oh yeah, it must be in the script, in the contract.
You might not always start off with the pretty girl from the film, but he always ends up with the pretty girl from the film.
It's definitely in his contract, isn't it? It's like literally, I'll be on board, but this is my conditions.
Yeah, and he got that written in his contract before the Me Too movement.
Yeah. Jesus.
But
he's a good actor, don't get me wrong, but it's always the same sort of thing that he plays, I think, in most things. Well, that's probably why I'm not sort of diving out to go and watch a Richard Gere movie, to be fair.
No. However, like I say, I did enjoy the comedy of Runaway Bride because he's back with Julia Roberts. Okay, now she's got this habit of getting engaged and running away from the altar before she says I do. And he ends up finding out the story and reports that story back as a reporter. But First Night, I love First Night. It's an awesome film.
Fuck is this dude?
Richard Gere and Sean Connery. But like I say, and the Jackal as well. But I don't know if I enjoy the Jackal because of Bruce Willis.
Maybe that's it.
But yeah, I'm a bit Bailey and Ethan are ghost fit. I don't know why you're even trying to ruin it. No one's gonna watch Scream 6.
Hey AJ, how you doing, pal?
And there's only one person that's going. There's only one person that's going to ruin stuff, and that's me in movie news. So
there's no room in here for anybody else to ruin stuff.
Spoiler, yeah.
How dare you? Hey, Tonks, how dare you?
How dare you? How very dare
Come on
you?
here, trying to spoil things.
No, but yeah, like I said, I don't think he's my go-to. If I had the Richard Gere film on me unit, I don't think I'd reach to pick it up between the Al Pacinos and
Yeah, if you were
Robert De
picking it.
Niro's. Yeah, it
Oh,
just
I fancy that
doesn't.
Richard Gere movie, love.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
I don't know. Yeah,
I think Lana would be looking at you if you're like, yeah, let's get that runaway bride on, love.
yeah. Fucking hell, she'd be the runaway bride. She'd be out the fucking door. Pardon the language. Sorry, 7:30. No, yeah, I'm sorry. As you can see, we've just mumbled on for 10 minutes about Richard Gere, and
This is the most you're going to hear about Richard Gere.
I don't think we've actually discussed anything.
Yeah, but I don't think you can remember. Okay, I can't remember if you've mentioned Internal Affairs or not, but that was a pretty entertainment movie.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen it, to be honest with you, bud. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen it.
no.
To be fair, though, I've caught the back end of Godfather Part 2 and 3 this last few nights because it's been on Sky. I've got them already, but I still, anything that comes on TV, I always feel propelled to just watch it or compelled to watch it, regardless. I'll leave it on for 5 minutes. I've seen this about 300 times, but yeah, I'll leave it on.
So when you say you caught the end of Godfather 2,
I say the end. That could insinuate that it was the end, but it wasn't. It was about an hour and a half of it. Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the film, isn't it?
Basically the last hour and a half. Yeah. That's pretty much nailed it there, to be honest. Yeah. Hey Neil, happy birthday, pal.
Oh God! Right now, since we've done Richard Gere such justice, let's move on, shall
we? Yeah.
Right. So, movie news. There is quite a bit to talk about this week.
Yes, there is. You know? Yes, there is.
The passing of Raquel Walsh. You know, she passed early hours this morning. We've had the drop of the Flash trailer.
Who died today?
Raquel Walsh.
Really?
Raquel Walsh.
You keep saying
82 it. Today, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So we've had the drop of the Flash trailer.
Have you seen it?
I have seen it. It is how many times you can cram different Batmans into the trailer to forget the fact that.
Honestly, I didn't think I'd be that excited, but I was like a kid at Christmas. I swear to God.
I am looking forward to it.
I got a little bit excited, too excited for a trailer the second I saw Batman.
Yes, just kept.
Yes, yeah.
Shot. So I've had to. I am looking forward to the Flash, but we were talking a couple of months ago and we said, where do we think that DC would take the Flash and whatever else, because Michael Keaton was supposed to be returning as Batman, and the rumor is that he is meant to be coming back as an older statesman Batman who's going to look after the new superheroes. And if that's the case, this is going to be amazing. James Gunn's going to make DC amazing and bring Michael Keaton back in the middle of it all. But that's not movie news. That's
just clip that, guys, because there's going to be a moment where we regret saying this.
Yeah, but honestly, at some point, we probably will. So the first piece of movie news is Tetris. Do you remember the game with the blocks?
Yes.
Yeah. Apple Plus. I've got a movie of Tetris.
What?
It's starring Tyron Edgerton and Toby Jones. It's about how the game come about and the Americans stealing it from Russia.
Okay.
So it was a Russian game. Then there's a contest about who actually owns the rights, and it's about how the game become the game and getting released. Now, I'm shit at Tetris. Lana kicks my ass all the time. It doesn't mean that we don't play it. You know, I'm worse on the little handhelds, but we have it on the Xbox and it's brilliant. But I can't wait to see the film. I just hope it's not like the Facebook film, the Social Network, because they
Right,
tried
yeah,
that,
yeah.
didn't they, with all the relationships and stuff like that. The next piece of news,
Columns
the
was
film's not
better.
even out.
You were Neil. You were either a Columns or you were a Tetris. I don't think
Yeah.
it was a divide. Sorry,
Um,
go on,
so
mate.
the film's not even out yet, but they've come out to say. Sorry, I'm just turning the little radiator on. That they've came out to say that Fast and the Furious 10 is going to end on a cliffhanger, and it's going to set up the last film in the franchise, which is Fast and the Furious 42. So, yeah, Fast and the Furious 11 is going to be the last film in the series. Yeah. So, I'm hoping this isn't just a throwaway movie. John Cena, Jason Momoa. How many actors can we get in there apart from The Rock? And we'll just disappear.
We've already spoke about this before. It is a turn your brain off franchise. It's a just enjoy, sit back and enjoy. That's all. That's what it is. You know what I mean? It's when it was first. I mean, one of the things that's been said about this new film is that they've sort of scaled it back a bit and made it a bit more realistic with some of the stuff that they're doing, rather than it's about family rather than it being about cars going to space or stuff like that. But I don't care what incarnation it brings out, really. I enjoy them. But the thing is that one of the things we've got to mention is obviously the reason why there's been so many different trailers dropped this week is I think it was the Super Bowl or something on that sort of line.
Over the weekend.
Yeah. So obviously their halftime show is where all these things have cropped up, because up until that point we'd seen a load of sort of trailers for Fast 10. But it wasn't trailers, it was just trailers of previous movies. It was like a lead up to it.
Well, the Super Bowl weekend is sort of like the Comic Con or DC.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sort of Marvel release type thing, isn't it? For the States, where everything that you want to try and sell, you try and cram into Super Bowl weekend. But like I say, I think I need to go back and watch Fast 9. I don't think I ever seen Fast 9. So
yeah, it's good.
I've got to go and watch that before 10 comes out.
You had you had another trailer drop for Mario Brothers, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which had if I remember rightly, it had the original, I want to say 90s TV series tune in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was something else that dropped. There was another one that dropped as well, weren't there? Fuck, man.
So I've got rid. I don't mind. You can ruin Scream for me all you want. I don't think I ever seen Scream 3, never mind 6. The next piece of movie news is
that's true,
the next piece of movie news is Ivanka Goldsmith, who's a movie producer, is greenlit and fast tracking 2 films. One being the sequel to Constantine with Keanu Reeves. Do you remember when he back late 90s, early 2000s? And the other one being I Am Legend 2. Now that's going to star Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan. It's set 10 years after the first one. Now, I was thinking to myself, which ending of the film are they setting this against, because of Will Smith's in it? But then when I read further down the article, it is going for the alternate ending. So they're picking up the alternate ending, which we all knew was the better ending anyway, and they're running with that one.
What's this up?
I Am Legend.
Oh, yes, yeah. And the other thing that's been that Will Smith put on his fucking Instagram or whatever is there's Bad Boys 4, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting a Bad Boys 4 as well.
Now,
should be interesting.
Give me Bad Boys 4, but give me Martin Lawrence as the police captain. Give me Will Smith as the... Do you know, like they did with Samuel L. Jackson in SWAT? He was the old kick-ass SWAT instructor. Give me Will Smith as that, but make the story about some of those younger kids from Bad Boys for Life.
I'm going to disagree. I think I'm a bit biased towards Oh my god, I just had it in my mind a second ago. Pursuit of Happiness. Oh,
Pursuit of Happiness was absolutely brilliant.
immense. And what's the one with Margot Robbie in? Oh, what's it called? The one with Margot Robbie in?
Suicide Squad.
No, it is true though. They were in that together. No, I'm talking about what's it called? Oh my good god. Either way, I thought that was an entertaining movie. The Pursuit of Happiness is probably my favourite, but I need to find out what that was now.
Well, he's having a bit of a brain meltdown. The next one is, again, the film has not even been released yet, but the cast of Transformers Rise of the Beasts are saying that they've already been greenlit for 2
Focus!
sequels.
That's what I need. That's what it was.
Which one?
Focus. He's done many movies that are good for different reasons, but that one for me, I just enjoyed it. Their two chemistry in it, and I think that's probably why they were both in Suicide Squad, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate, go on.
Before I was rudely interrupted by Steve, so another film that's not been released yet is Transformers Rise of the Beasts. They've announced, or some of the cast members have announced, that the film has actually been greenlit for 2 sequels to the first film. And it's going to have its own franchise now on the back of the new releases. As a Transformers fan, I don't know how I feel about that. That we've got a franchise that died. Michael Bay sort of died off that way. And then you've got Bumblebee, which brought it all back. But then you're moving away from that to something else. You've already changed Wheeljack. You know,
Hey, Jason.
You've already changed the way that Wheeljack looks. You've got Mirage that looks more like Jazz.
Yeah.
And you don't know where that is going. And I don't know if I like that, to be honest.
Yeah, the thing is that you're going to be a tough crowd to please, really, though, aren't you? When it comes to Transformers stuff. I mean, it's literally, sometimes I see things, it's like, why did they change that? And then afterwards, I sort of get used to it, and I don't recognise it, the original stuff then.
Reading movies has just hit the nail on the head. I love that G1 styling from Bumblebee.
Yeah.
That opening sequence where they're on Cybertron, you know, give me a war on Cybertron. Give me the Cybertronian look. You know, let me see what's led them to leave Cybertron. The Beast Wars, like I say, when I first saw the trailer, I thought Mirage was Jazz until you see him split, and you're like, right, that's obviously Mirage, and then you wonder who.
It's like he's got an opinion on it, innit, Kathy? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
and you wonder
who
the camper van is, and the camper van's Wheeljack, and he was never a camper van. And he wasn't in Bumblebee either. He was Wheeljack with the little earpieces and stuff like that. But they've now changed him. They've now changed him to look like an old man like you. You know? Anyway, I am going to look forward to Rise of the Beasts, but I am not a big Beast Wars
I reckon
fan.
Lana's gone at some point, do me a favour, shut up, go and just tell your mates online on Thursday, leave me alone, I'm not really interested.
It's worse when Mike comes round, though, because we're both into it as much as each other. And moving on from that, you've got Kingdom of the Apes, which is Planet of the Apes 4. Now, this is set after the rebooted trilogy, so that's Rise, Dawn, and War, isn't it?
Yeah.
They were the 3 Caesar trilogies. This is set between 10 to 15 years after, but it's Caesar's legacy and what happens after that. So they've already done this with Planet of the Apes, haven't they? With like the 6th sort of movie in the 80s, 90s sort of arena. And that's where they've gone with this one. So that's going to be released in May 2024.
There's a lot being advertised at the minute that aren't out until
next year.
Yeah.
The big news for me, though, is coming out of Marvel that they are cutting back on the content releases every year now. They're saying you're going to get 2 TV shows and 3 movies.
Oh, that's all right then.
So you can cope with that. Now, as you know, I have campaigned to drop the content from Marvel. You know, we don't need 8 series all year round and then dropping 5 films.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's getting too much, isn't it?
Yeah, and I want something that's going to bring on the story arc as well. So everything, if it's going to link, make it link, but make it make sense.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we had Loki 18 months ago, and we're only just meeting Kang now and Iron Man Quantumania. You know, and that was supposed to launch it. You know. Anyway, before I lose people with Transformers, Marvel, and DC, that's movie news.
Ta-da! That was another one they didn't speak about, which was the Dungeons and Dragons. I've not seen the trailer of that yet. But would I be right in saying it's more true to the story of Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just as bad. Yeah. I mean, we as I said earlier on, we can't forget it's Neil's birthday today, so I appreciate him dropping in.
Unfortunately, we haven't got the special effects for the birthday balloons.
We're not up to that level yet, are we?
No, you'd have to have mentioned that on Monday's show to get the balloons.
That's true.
Well, us little plebs on the bottom of YouTube ladder, you know, we're not even on the first step yet. We're still trying to grab onto the step.
We're still looking up at the step.
We're still looking up, going, "How do I get up there?" We're like the little fat police officers chasing Jackie Chan up a ladder. Right, here we go. Right, let's move on.
Okay, mate.
So, pickups of the week. I've been quite busy this week, so I've not picked up much.
Oh, I thought I was going to have to sit back and relax for a bit then.
However, what I have picked up has been worth picking up. So we went to Wrexham Gamecom at the weekend. So there is a video coming out on Saturday about that, and we met up with Andrew Money Menno.
Gosh,
and we went out for the day with Andrew. On one of the stalls there, I picked up this. Let me turn that light off so you can see.
Oh, look at that! That's nice.
Yeah, the Return of the Jedi laser cannon.
Oh,
so it's awesome. It's the box is a bit screwed, but if you think about it, look at that for a toy.
Yeah, that's cool, mate. That.
And then you press the button on the front.
Yeah,
that's it, and it breaks, it blows up, it explodes. So I've got to find a home for that. Then, obviously, for Valentine's Day, Lana gave me this bad boy.
Yes.
So that's my Unicron. Now, if I was to get another Funko Pop so you can see the size of it.
I can see the size of it next to your head.
Yeah, well, there you go.
It still looks small.
He's huge.
Fucking hell.
So we'll put sound shockwave back and Unicron can go over there. And last but not least, here we go. So, you know I've got them.
Yes.
The Transformer stamps.
Yes, the stamps.
You know, the stamps. Now, I am 40 and I am getting old. So, I got...
Yes, I'm Cloud, but that's true.
An X-Men envelope.
Yeah.
With the Wolverine claws on the back. I got a information
pack. Come on, guys, you're in for a wild ride now. Pay attention.
An information pack.
That's cool.
And these lovely stamps.
They're cool.
They are awesome. Now, you can go back onto Royal Mail, collector's stamp shops, and you can order the back catalogue of the special stamps.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they've got some good ones. But the plan is for it to go there on the wall there.
There's like a space just there for it.
Yeah, the space is there. Oh, look what's on the wall.
Look at that bad boy. Did you say it was A2 or A3?
A2.
A2. I thought you said A2.
Yeah.
I nearly went and got an A3 again today.
There's Being Cliff Jumper. You've got the Transformers stamps and the picture that Mike drew me of Cup. Then you've got your bad boy poster.
Yes, there will, Kathy. There will be questions later. I'm paying attention to Steve's stamp collection.
But I was made up when they came through the post today.
Mate, I'm not being funny, right? Two of my best mates at the minute, you know, that I've known for a few years now. I've got you that started collecting stamps, and Chris is talking about trains and being a train driver. What crowd have I got into here? I mean, honestly.
It's more of a case of what the hell have you done to us two that we started
to drive you to stamps and Chris to train driving.
That what? Oh yeah, do you want to bring it in?
Oh, I'm sorry. PA there.
She's reminded me that I've had this thing on eBay for a while. And I said, bring it in and I can show this lot and then.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, like I say, I wouldn't change him for the world, Kathy, but honestly, I'm questioning it at the minute. with me stamp collecting and my train driving friends.
So, if you remember a couple of months ago when I was at the car boot
That's true, Neil.
And I picked up. I remember a couple of months ago at the car boot sale, and I picked up a Scarlet Witch and a Psylocke.
Oh yes, so and we've got Cherry who collects coins, so I've got the whole set now. Oh yeah.
So there you go. So there's Psylocke. It's a collector's piece.
Oh yeah.
Ball.
Yeah.
So that's on eBay. If you go onto eBay, you can purchase that. Open to offers, realistic offers. But yeah, we are getting rid of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise this had turned into QVC.
It is QVC. I have got to keep my addiction to plastic crap going.
Next up is the mystery box.
Yes. Yeah.
All of the stuff that Lana said Steve can't keep.
Yes, all the stuff. Well, then, Stevie, what have you got?
Well, to be fair, I'll start off with a few bits because I thought I was doing my mate a favour the other day, and I found some books. So I picked up some books.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, do you? Right. So I went to a charity shop, and they had some books. So I picked up some Star Trek books. Not a few Star Trek books, a lot of Star Trek books. Deep Space Nine, Generations, a technical manual.
Oh, I'd have that.
And an encyclopedia.
I've already got that.
So I thought I'd pick them up. Anyway, because I didn't want to ring him in the shop. I rang him when I got home. And he went, oh, I don't collect them. I don't read. So
yeah,
I've got a bag full
like a person that reads books.
Of Star Trek books. At the minute.
I've told you, Andrew Moneymental's got a absolute blinder of a library of Star Trek books.
Well, I'll speak to him very soon anyway, so I'll probably bring him down. But a couple of other things I picked up. I got a Shaun the Sheep. I think it was a pillowcase thing for £1.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, it was I think if I weren't getting it, Leo was going to pick it up, so I picked that bad boy up for £1.
I did say to him that, Jason, when he was telling me on the phone, and said the Star Trek books go quite well.
I managed to find this hat.
Yeah,
that was £1. So I've washed all that up. So that's gone with my collection there. A Pokemon 1998 mouse mat. Why not?
I'm still waiting for that Star Trek mouse mat that you've.
It's still down here waiting for you. And I picked up this thing I picked up today. This is obviously a Nintendo 64 bag. Now I'm going to put my purple one in that, I think. But that was £3, so I picked that up. And then we'll go on to the movie. So obviously I said to you last week, that I had some vouchers that I'd spent and I was waiting for stuff to turn up. Well, the stuff that turned up, I got Help, because I'm trying to get my Stephen Graham collection together. I got the final one I was missing on the Final Frontier on the Blu-rays. Westworld Season 4.
Mm-hmm.
Rick and Morty Season 5.
Yeah.
The 4K collection.
Another collection of Back to the Future.
Yes, another collection of Back to the Future.
Yeah. Have you traded in the 8 copies that you've already got?
No, because I'm keeping them ones. You had to. You had 2 what? Yeah. But yeah, that hat was. I just picked it up. It was a bit dirty at the time, but I've cleaned it up and everything. Now I got a movie off DB Resales the other night on Andrew's Live. I'd seen the trailer for it a while back, and I had my eye on it. But anyway, I thought I'd give him an offer on it because they were doing guess the price on there and stuff. So I'll give him an offer, and it was only afterwards that he messaged me saying basically that it was porn, and I was like, it isn't. I mean, I'd seen the trailer; it was a bit dark, but it's called Enter the Void. It's an Arrow release. Obviously, it'll go with the Arrow collections that I've got. But I didn't realise this at the time. But it says on the back, contains strong drug use and real sex.
Do you know? I really wanted to say, is that what you say to Lou when you want a bit? But I thought that might be a bit cheeky.
Honestly, I'd seen it on his shop, and I was like, oh, I might do him a cheeky offer. And he was nice enough to accept the offer, but then basically ripped into me saying it was porn, and I was like, oh, I didn't realise that. So. But obviously, it'll go with the Arrow collection anyway. But yeah, it weren't as bad as when I bought Human Centipede from CEX because they were like, "Oh, that's weird." I was like, "Yeah, thanks, mate. Cheers. Now, take my money off me." I got Don't Worry, Darling. That was another one I ordered from that voucher I had. I stumped up and got the going off the conversation last week. I stumped up and got the 4K version of Maverick because obviously we were talking last week about the best 4K movies to watch. Now Lou's off this week, so I'm hoping when I come back off my 4 on, we can sit down and watch this while little one's at school. So pick that up. I got The Monsters, Rob Zombie's The Monsters. I haven't seen this yet. I know they're not. It's not raved about, but obviously I thought I'll give it a try. I got Midnight Run. It's obviously Robert De Niro.
Yeah, we watched that not so long ago.
Yeah. I thought I had,
AJ recommended it. AJ recommended it a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? The one where he's a bounty hunter and he's got to bring him back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This one, The Driver. I watched the trailer for it. It looks pretty good. I think it's a 70s or 80s movie, 78. So that'll go for my collection. And I've been looking at this one in CEX for the last couple of weeks, and I didn't really want to go down that route, but I give in the end, and I bought the Steelbook of Monster Hunter in 4K, and that's really cool. That so I've got the 4K version and the normal version in there.
Yeah, I got into a topic of conversation in Magpie Movies group the other day about the artwork on Black Panther 2 actually being better than the film. Do you know, on the steel? Let's say it wasn't the most popular opinion. Yeah.
Actually, there's a couple of other things I forgot about. Actually, I picked this up last week and I forgot to mention it, but I think it's vintage, but it's an Elvis Presley T-shirt.
All right.
It's the label's not even proper really, but I picked that up for £1. and I picked this up for £1. I've been hiding it from Leo.
That's
But
awesome.
isn't it? I mean, I think it's got 2, 4, 6 aliens in there. I think it usually comes with a few more aliens. But yeah, I thought
where are you gonna put that though?
This was Disney store. I don't know. I might even sell it somewhere down the line, but I'm gonna have a play with it first because it's pretty cool. But that was £1, so I was picking that up all day long.
Wear that, Chris. The next time we want a T-shirt off you, that's coming your way.
Oh no, I have a stack just purely for Chris.
Yeah, that T-shirt seller saw you coming.
What do you mean they saw me coming? You cannot say for £1 that I wouldn't get more than that. They're well expensive on Disney shop. Bless you. And like I say, I think there should be about 10 aliens usually in them, but there was only 6. There's only like 6 or 8 in there, so. But I suppose he just looks pretty cool. Well, again, I weren't leaving that for £1.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. You coming? I can't believe that. Right, Kathy, that's a challenge. That is.
I just.
Hey, up! Put some money in the internet there, Steve.
I bought this new T-shirt.
Sorry, guys. He's obviously on the internet, and his internet don't like him. Is he going to go, or is he going to come back? What do you reckon? Place your bets. Yeah, Laggy McGee. Yeah, exactly, Cherry. That's what I was thinking. He's at the minute. It just looks like he's pulling a pose, doesn't he?
There you go. I'm back.
Stealing back his internet.
No, we've just had the big bang outside, and then that's happened. Now we have had people doing work. Do you know, installing the new cables? You know, for the fiber optics.
Oh yeah, he's working a treat.
He knocked on the door the other day, and he went, "You might have seen our staff installing the cables in the area." And I went, "Oh, might have done." Yeah, and he said, "How about you signing over for us? £75 a month for fucking
what?
£75 and you signed in for 2 years."
Wow. What's that? What are they going to give you for that? Just the internet?
I'm hoping it's fucking gold-plated reach arounds for fucking £75 a month. But no.
Fucking hell.
No, I told them on your
bloody I picked up some I did a 4 for £1 the other day on some soundtracks. And I got obviously Pitch Perfect. I got more Pitch Perfect. Now, I only got it for this one. Right, I say soundtracks. Where was the other one? Oh, that was it. It weren't the soundtrack. This one. This was Andrea Bocelli, because I like his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I've got a few copies of this, but I couldn't find them. So I was like, you know what? 25.
Is that the extended soundtrack?
I don't think so. I think I've got 2 versions of this. I've got this. This is the original one, right? I thought, you know what? I'll listen to it in the car.
Do you know what's good for that? Spotify. I'm showing you my phone like I'm actually.
Like, are you fucking joking? Unbelievable.
I'm showing you in my phone like I'm actually on the screen here.
So, but yeah, I mean, I got the other 2 anyway, but I was just like, for fuck's sake. Typical, that, isn't it?
Kathy says the original machine has 8 aliens, so you've done good with 6.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. At least someone can tell me that. I have it on tape. Yeah. I say I listen to it every so often, and I've probably got about 4 copies somewhere around the house. But I just thought, you know what, I'll pick it up because I could shove it in the car. Yeah, I was a bit gutted when I got home.
So going back to my internet issues, I'm going to get a Cat 5 Ethernet, and I'm going to run it directly from the router through the floorboards up into my room and into the laptop. But it must only be when I'm on StreamYard, because during the day I've got my work laptop going, I've got my phone on the Wi-Fi, I've got the TV and the Chromecast going. Lana's in her room on video. We're both on video calls all day, and we don't have an issue.
Okay.
It must only be when I'm on StreamYard.
Nothing to do with the fact that it's probably during the evening it's busier.
It's either that or my laptop's trying to blank your ugly face out.
Which sounds a bit more plausible, but I'd still go with the fact that there's more people in the evening using the internet, which is the reason why it slows down.
But like I say, Lana's in her room now. She's got
but most normal people that work for a company work in the place. We don't work from home, so that might be right.
But like I say, Lana's off working. She's doing her bits now with a phone and the TV and everything on. And she doesn't have a problem, but my StreamYard freezes. So I don't know if it... But I'm on... I'm not on anything. Oh, Lana's saying she's not on anything. She's not... She's tidying up for a change.
What just fell off the shelf there?
It was me slipper coming flying across the room.
But the Americans nearly chopped it down.
So it must just be StreamYard. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and run an Ethernet cable directly through the router and then...
Well, hopefully it'll improve. I mean, it can't be as bad as when Chris moved originally and that house he was in, the rented one. It was a nightmare for him, wasn't it?
But during the daytime, though, do you know if I'm off work and Lana's working and I'm playing on the Xbox and stuff like that, we don't have any issues. It's just while we're on StreamYard. So yeah.
Fair enough. Well, I say hopefully it'll improve on it. Hashtag Team Lana.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. That's time to upgrade from dial-up, Big Steve.
Yeah. Do you know our internet speed's pretty all right? We get a good package, but no. But I'm not paying £75 a month for the fibre. I think I'll wait a year because I didn't realise this, but each company have got to put their own fibre in. It's not like now where the infrastructure and you pay for your own thing. Yeah, so EE the first one in. Zoom are the first one in, and then EE coming in next year, but they're going to dig up again and put their own fibre cables in. So
that's mental.
Well, these things are only 200 mil below surface level, so you put a still saw through. You put a still saw through the pavement, and you're going to hit a fibre optic cable.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm just wondering what happens when you change your supplier, because you're obviously going to have them come out and rewire you to the correct cabling.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with it, but it's not for me at the moment. Fibre, the fibre optic stuff.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, right. Enough of me geeking and telling you how that works. You all know that.
Explaining why your internet's poor, you mean?
Yeah, you'll all know that anyway. Time to throw the link into the chat, shall we?
Go on. I'm just going to move this.
There we go. So the link is now in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Please feel free to come on and tell us what you've been watching, what you've picked up this week, what you're looking forward to, or just generally just come and talk to us for a bit.
Please.
So this week, as I said at the start of the show, we've started to watch. Now we're second episode into the last series now. So is
that 3 series?
3 series, yeah. Have you been watching it? Did you watch it before it finished?
No, I know
Oh.
there's a few in the chat that have.
Well, I tell you what, we put episode 1 on, and BBC iPlayer sort of remembered the fact that we were 3/4 of the way through the episode, so we must have tried to watch it and then decided against it.
Why would that have been?
I don't know. I don't know if it just didn't click with us or whatever, but we got 2 or 3 episodes in this time, and yeah, we were hooked.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing now how it's going to end, because we've avoided all the spoilers, everyone talking about it. So we've just binge watched the first 2 seasons, and now we're on season 3. Kathy saying advertise the meetup. Yes, the Movie Chats meetup is on the 25th of March in Chester. We're going to be meeting up in the Square Bottle about 12 o'clock, 12:30. So if you are in the area, or if you're not in the area, then please do feel free to make the travels and come and say hello and come and have a drink and talk movies, TV, whatever with ourselves. Now, we have got a few people.
Don't forget, guys, there is 2 of us. So if he starts going about Starship Troopers and it's not your bag, come on over to me. We'll have a chat about something else.
I get about Mean Girls, and yeah, you know, we've got you covered. All right, we've got you
every
covered.
angle.
Anything from comedy to sci-fi to adventure to chick flicks. We've got you. All right,
got it.
We've got you. So come and have a chat with us. Come and have a beer. Just generally come and say hello. And we're just going to have a really good day. Now, we have got friends coming from all over the country for the weekend, so it should be a great day to have that. Leaking out Starship Troopers big. Oh, is that a challenge?
Oh, God.
Oh. Now, is that just Starship Troopers 1, or is that Starship Troopers as a universe? Because there's loads of content. You know, it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting conversation.
Feeling like you're getting a bit of a challenge there, aren't you?
Yeah. Happy Valley was filmed not far from me. Do you know what? We were having a look, Peter, and someone was saying that there's a really nice Italian, where they filmed Happy Valley. So we might come and have some tea one night. Just drive through.
I'd love to tell you you're very much welcome to, buddy, but I very much doubt you get here.
Hey, you can come over in March if you want, Uncle Albert.
Yeah,
you know.
Mega nerd, that's some mega nerd stuff. Oh, I forgot to mention, actually, I spotted this as well today, Steve. One sec. No, wrong one.
Wrong one.
Just keep putting you on the screen. Sure, put me over to the screen, Steve.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, please, buddy.
You can see who the brains of the operation is, can't you?
Just get it done. So I found this again today. What do you reckon?
Born to Fly. I need a hip flask.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, obviously I don't drink, but I saw it for like £2, and I was like, well, I'm having that.
Bring it with you to Chester. Anyway, what's a teetotal person doing with a hip flask? What are you doing?
Honestly, I looked at it. I was like, it's Top Gun Maverick. It's probably some Christmas bloody present that somebody didn't want.
Yeah, it's probably come with some Brute aftershave.
Or, yeah, you can see it, can't you? Yeah,
ice or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it, can't you?
Mm.
I'll put that there. Sorry, go on. Get back into your stride.
No, sorry. I was most of it. Yeah, Hebden. Yeah. I'm just reading the comments there. But yeah, Lana was doing some research, and apparently there's a really nice Italian there. So we might come up for a long weekend and go out for some tea and whatever.
Where's that?
In Hebden Bridge.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Where they filmed Happy Valley. The Runcorn and Widnes has got quite a few TV films and shows that were filmed in that area. One of them was Mersey Beat. It was like a police show, and it was filmed in the old Walker's Crisp factory. That's what they use as a police station. There you go. Some local knowledge for you. Yeah, there you go. Now she's finished physically abusing me live on stream. She's decided to come and join us.
I don't know what you mean, mate. I saw that fall off the side myself.
Oh, you would say that, wouldn't you? That's why you wear flipping glasses.
I just saw it fall off.
Yeah.
And your head almost connects to it.
There is another slipper if you want to try that one.
She's just popped her head in the door and said, "There is another slipper if you want that one."
I think that's very generous, isn't she? She's making sure that you got your slippers.
Yeah, she's keeping me warm. All the ducking and diving. Many tea shops. Oh, that sounds lovely. I do quite like a nice cup of tea with a scone.
Are we going to go through this again with the scones and the cream and all that jazz?
No, you just get them and just the thing is, when you put the cream or the jam on and you squash it together, it just all goes everywhere anyway. So what difference what order you put it in? You know,
that's very true. That's very true. I think one of our local bakery around here, I like to pick up a scone with some cream and jam in or whatever. Squirty cream, I think it is. But yeah, that's nice.
I'm not particularly fussy, you know, as long as it's a nice scone, and you know, I'm a man of simple taste. You know,
it all goes down the same way.
Yeah,
that's true, Jerry.
Have you ever done it with a donut? You put a donut in your mouth so you don't lick your lips.
What did you just say?
Have you ever done it with a donut? Not
no,
American
Pie. Have you ever done it with
American Pie? Done it? I mean, shove donut. You know, I don't walk around with a packet of custard creams and. You know.
Just don't ever buy him a donut, guys. That's all I'm saying.
If you do, make sure it's already ringed. Let's play people.
Never look at a donut the same way now. Thanks, mate.
No, I'm not happy with The Apprentice.
Nobody cares what your opinion is on that.
What the fuck's he been doing the whole series? Why is he keeping the cretins in?
They are literally like it's almost like they get told just to be idiots because it wouldn't be interesting if they're actually intellects.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Lord Sugar, I told him that he couldn't have 2 glasses of water. Well, why fucking own up to that?
Oh, I appreciate your honesty, so get back to the house.
Yeah, I appreciate your honesty. I know you're a zoologist and you know nothing about business. Now, fuck
this was a premium tour thing.
Yeah.
So fucking premium that they're like, well, just go and tell them that they can only have two glasses of water.
I think you oversold the tour. No, I think you did. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, go and tell the vegetarian that we've cooked this thing in the meat juice. Yeah, he's gonna.
It's like, yeah, mate. You know, we made 20 grand on these tours, but you had a minus of 25 in refunds because one was dehydrated, one went to hospital.
They were all dead happy until they realised that they had to refund 60% of it, and you could see all the little cogs going, "Oh shit."
I honestly don't know how they mess it up. Every single week, they sort of just go, like, "There's the right way to go," and they just go, "No, that way." And it's just like, what the fuck are they doing?
It's like the other week when they were looking for that basket thing and Karen was stood underneath it. She's
like, yeah, literally like this.
I'm here. No, yeah, that's the bit I don't understand, Kathy, right? How much is it per head? 50 quid a head. Right, brilliant. Thank you very much. We spent 2 grand on the chef. But yeah, I've got to cook it and then I've got to serve it. What have they done? Spent £50 a head on the recipe.
Mate, how much did they blow on the DJ?
Oh, that was awesome. What's your hourly rate? 200 or 2,000 an hour. Right. No one told them he was only needed for 15 minutes. It was just, we'll pay you for 4 hours. I want a job like that.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there, and that's just the sad thing about it. It's got to be scripted in some way.
Yeah.
That I started trying to watch actually the US Traitors the other day, and it's based in the same
US
castle with a different same castle, different presenter. But
Not
just
that presenter, Alistair such. He played.
he's all right, yeah.
He played Nightcrawler in X-Men, didn't he?
I knew you'd bring him back to something like that.
Yeah, so he played Nightcrawler in the X-Men film. I found him as annoying, right?
Yeah.
I understand you're based in Scotland. I understand you're Scottish. You don't need to dress like a prick all the time, right? It just annoys me. And all the little and all that lot. Oh, the traitors are going to do this. No, just do what Claudia did and just let them do it, and then you don't need to give us a commentary on everything that they're going to
do. Yeah, but it is thingy tonight, isn't it? It's Apprentice tonight, so we'll see what else they've got to mess up. I don't know what it is this week. I can't remember.
However, I will say to you, keep watching the US Traitors. It does get interesting,
mate. I'm about 3 episodes in, and they're absolutely. There was 2 women on there that were absolutely brutal, like really, really. It borders on fucking bullying in some cases.
Yeah,
they were horrible. What's that?
Yeah, that's right. Reading, the groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah. Kids' lunch boxes tonight. Oh, is it kids' lunch? Oh, okay.
Is that what The Apprentice is? it?
One of the best ones I like is the one that they did the other week, which is where they have to go and source things. But even that was bad compared to the years before.
Yeah.
Was it last year they were looking for a boat and they ended up buying the inflatable boat thing from one of the shops?
The dinghy, yeah.
Yeah. I always remember the skeleton where he bought like a 10 quid kids skeleton thing.
It ticked it off the box though, didn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, Lord Sugar weren't impressed too much, but it definitely ticked a box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only thing for me is the.
Say it. Go on. I know exactly what you're coming from with this. I know what you're going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah, so we won't say it. It's how far it's gone that way.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But I don't think that's anything to do with Lord Sugar himself, to be honest.
No.
I think it's just the way that they've got these people in or what they're telling him to do. Mm. But it's. I mean, what was the name of that giraffe?
Yankee Candle, Yankee Doodle. Or something.
It was meant to be like for a 3 or 4 year old, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giffetti or something, wasn't it? Oh, I don't know.
It began with a Y, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Could they only stomach one episode of the US one? I watched. I loved watching the UK. Traitors.
Yeah, reading. You've got to give the US one a chance. I got about 4 episodes in, and I thought, you know what, this is getting good. It doesn't get much. That's the one. It doesn't get much better, but the Traitors are brilliant. The way that they act and what they do, and the way the group react around them, especially on the round tables, it does get brutal.
Like I say, they seem brutal already. Yeah. But just going back to The Apprentice, what was I going to say now? It just seems like at the minute they're trying to tick our boxes with stuff, and it's like there's not always a necessity for that. And I think one of the things that I liked about the series before, and I hated it at the time, but I liked it because one of the teams, like when they went in and did a presentation to anybody, it was like, oh well, we can change that, and we can change that, and we can, this is a prototype, we can do that, and they'd win the bloody things off the back of it, and it really annoyed me because it was like, well, by the end of it, they'd agreed to do something.
You've designed something shit. You've took it to the experts, and they told you how to make it better.
Yeah, and it was like, and they would, based on what they'd been told, they would get an order of 600 units, and it was like, but that's not the product that they've made, you know. And but this year they don't seem to be doing it as much. But last year it was literally that one team. Everything that was criticised, like, we can change that, and they come out and it instead of it being a yogurt anymore, it would be a bloody burger. It literally was like they just changed. They'd be like, oh, we can change it, and they get sales off the back of it. And it was like you're literally fabricating something that you've not designed. I thought that was going to be one of the things with those advertisements, those cartoons that they put together.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, one of them, they didn't even have any legs or arms or anything.
No.
It was. I'm sure Leo could have done a better thing. To be fair, too many real life programs has never seen real. Yeah, that's probably true, Kathy. To be honest.
See, I think Dragon's Den's run its course now because it's all food companies.
Yeah.
You know, well, during lockdown, I decided to make a scone. Oh, and 10 people said it was great. So, do you know what? I've gone into business for myself now. Now I sell 10 scones a year. Oh, fuck off, dickhead. And
that's going back to that's going back to The Apprentice and that woman, you know, who won it last year or whatever it was. And she actually had a business partner, and she still won it. So she went in there as a sole person, a sole trader. But then it comes out that she's got a bloody business partner.
I don't know. I don't know what you've got to do now to qualify for The Apprentice, because you've got a ex-hair hostess that now is a hairdresser or a cake maker. You've got cake makers coming out your ears now.
Yeah.
You know? And then, so I'll give Big Steve.
I tell. Like, it did have legs. It didn't have feet, Kathy. Yeah. It had no feet. I didn't even have arms, did it? They had
and how do you do the slappy?
Oh, yeah, it looked like they were slapping each other. Which half, Jerry? I also give Big Steve a scone.
You know, but you know, you've got people that in there now that are opening cake shops and stuff like that, and I don't know how you can progress that nationally. You can do that without Lord Sugar, couldn't you? Really?
You could, yeah, but like I say, you're not talking on the same basis as what he would give you. You know, it's not something that's going to change the world. You'd have a franchise of about 5 shops. I mean, that person last year had 1 shop, and it was owned between her and her sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what you're going to do is scale it up to 2 shops. You know, it's not a brand. It's not something that they can realistically send out to all these different big supermarkets, because it wouldn't be fresh then.
Eyelash shampoo was one of the plans.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the idea behind The Apprentice for me is dead. It's like Dragon's Den. You know, you go onto Dragon's Den now, you tell them some sob story about how your mum passed away 15 years ago, and in the will she says she make the greatest tomato sauce, and all of a sudden you want to make it a business. You know,
not that you're actually any good at it.
Yeah, you know. What was the last bloke on? He was on this week. Was he selling the rights to be part of an events company that put on events, but he doesn't know how he's going to make any money. He doesn't know how the sponsorship's going to work. He's not selling anything. He just wants them to come in and open the phone book for them and go, there you go. These are the people to call and they'll pay for it.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
And that's all he wanted.
It's whether it's a legitimate business or whether it's just an idea at this point, though, isn't it? You know, how long have you been going? Well, I haven't. It's something I've dreamt up last night, so I thought I'd come on and give you, you know. But yeah, I think some of these programs might have just run the course. And the problem is, though, is that there's nothing to replace them. And that's the problem, is that they haven't got any good ideas to replace these things, so they just keep dragging them on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we don't need realistically, we don't need 2 Love Islands a year. We only need one, if any at all.
If that now.
Yeah,
And the
Yeah.
fact that Big Brothers keep moving around channels now. He's what channel are you on now? Channel 5?
I think so. Maybe, but yeah, it's just boring shit on the telly, and I think that's why we watch so much streaming. To be honest, I don't think
To
there's
be
that much
fair
on
though,
TV to watch.
I'm looking at Netflix.
Yeah.
And the world cinema stuff that they're putting out, the Japanese and the Korean stuff, and
Yeah,
that just blows my mind where that stuff comes from. You know, the special effects and stuff like that. I watched the movie the other week. I think I might have mentioned it on the stream. Wandering Earth.
okay.
And it's planet Earth dying, the sun's expanding, so it's getting
Yeah.
closer to Earth, and they only have like 40 years of life left on Earth. So what they do is that they put these world engines, build these big engines into the planet,
Me.
and one set of engines pushes the Earth forward, and another set spin it around, so you still get the cycle. You know, so you don't lose the gravitational pull and stuff like that. But the effects on it and the story behind it and everything was brilliant. And then I look at what we're putting out, and we're putting out stuff like Boiling Point with Stephen Graham.
Hey, leave Stephen Graham alone.
You know,
Stop the Britney Spears thing here.
I'm just thinking, where's our life going? Because we're sitting here watching The Apprentice, and they're watching stuff like that week in.
Oh
week
yeah,
in.
I get that definitely. I definitely get that part of it, but I don't know. I just how do I describe it? We're just void of a lot of ideas. I mean, like I say, the stuff that I'm picking up of Stephen Graham's at the minute is the stuff that, like the stuff that was on streaming and stuff like that over the last 12 to 18 months, 24 months. You know, there's a couple of them that I want to get, but a lot of them, because they've been on streaming, and because they're still on streaming, they're only bringing them out on DVD. That way, you're not getting the HD version of it. But in some cases, I'm fine with that. You know, especially if it's just something like a TV program or a, BBC thing. But I'd like to have the choice sometimes, which we don't totally get with them anymore. You know, what's that one?
Well, readings are saying here the so-called reality shows is all made up social media stars. The thing that gets me is that when Lana watches a lot, or she used to watch a lot of like Towie and stuff like that. When you see the opening bit and it says these clips have been enhanced for your viewing pleasure, so it's not even like it's an actual argument.
Yeah.
If you send me and you into somewhere and say, right, you're going to argue about what's better, Face Off or Con Air, and then if you don't like the argument, they tell us what to say.
Yeah.
It's not reality. It's not a real life, conversation. We might have had that conversation 15 times over that day.
Yeah.
And
this is it. See, I was saying, I mean, it is Love Island related, but obviously we've been sort of keeping an eye on that. And they've gone into Casa Amor, and Casa Amor is usually probably about 60% of the lads don't do anything, and the other 40% just think it's an holiday. Whereas over the last couple of years, what it looks like is they've sort of just tried to get them all involved in stuff. So the guys that you were like, well, no, you probably wouldn't do anything. I genuinely, they're trying to get these guys to sort of be unfaithful. It's not even unfaithful because they're not going out with these people, but they're trying to get them to hook up with people in there. Because in a few weeks' time, we're going to be sat there and they're going to go for a movie night.
It's the ones that haven't had much TV time, though.
Yeah.
The ones that have been quietly sitting behind, getting on well, or we've got nothing to worry about. You go to Casa Amor because you've only had 5 minutes TV time that week.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's all about you.
Yeah. But it's just, like you say, it just shows more and more that it's scripted, really.
Yeah.
And like you said, he probably had these conversations 3 or 4 times a day. Oh no, let's just do that one again. But I'm genuinely getting bored of TV, to be honest with you. A lot of the stuff that's coming out, I'm just getting bored of seeing it. It's nice when you get a nice little like mini series or something come along, you know, or you know, a decent I was going to say like the mini series and like one-off specials and stuff, or like the Traitors as an example. I didn't see that coming, and I really enjoyed that.
No, well, I just fell apart. I think you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Because it's to be honest with you, though, have you had a look at the BBC iPlayer and the ITVX in My 5 at the moment? Yeah, all 4. Those the UK streaming sites now, the online on demand stuff, is absolutely brilliant. The selection on that ITVX is brilliant. The anime section on all 4, again, superb.
Wonder how long it'll be before they start charging for ITVX.
Like I say, I bought that Blood and Chrome the other week, the Battlestar Galactica, but Battlestar Galactica is on BBC iPlayer, so I'm watching all of that now at the moment on BBC iPlayer, and I would have had to go out and buy it otherwise because you can't get it anywhere else. Yeah. But the UK-based streaming sites, those 5 channels, the content on that at the moment is amazing. And if you can't find anything to watch on there, you know, and it's free. You know, it's not Netflix, it's not Amazon, it's free TV.
Yeah, like I say, reading it most things are scripted, you know, but I enjoyed it for the premise that it was, and it was just trying to figure out if they'd get to the end and find out who did it or not. You know, who the traitors were, but there was a few of them that, had it not ended the way it ended, I think the result would have been different had it not been for sort of 1 or 2 people. Because there was some that they wouldn't have guessed in a million years, would they?
That UK one though ruined it. The second to last episode.
Yeah, possibly.
When he went, "This is my parting gift."
Yeah.
You know, it
I think
ruined it.
He took quite a bit of heat off that, but I don't think, like you say, it's with it being scripted and stuff like that, they'll be prompted, because I think otherwise the other guys are walking away with that 100%. 100%. There was no way they were going to figure that one out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lindsay Alvin, hope you're well.
The reading saying there he's noticed it. I tell you, it's brilliant. We were watching. What did we have on? Because it's all on different channels as well, so you could pick a series and it'll just play that series. It's not like it will jump into the middle of something else. It will just continuously play that. Go and watch or go and have a look at the content on those streaming sites now.
So, obviously, little one's in school again next week, but Lou's booked some time off because her mum's coming down for a few days, so it's that double-edged sword for me. But I'd said to her, you know, I might try and see if we can go to cinemas or something for a few hours, but I'm trying to think of what we can go and watch at the minute, because I've not had a chance to have a look yet.
Titanic's back on the cinema.
Mate, I'm not. This is once every year occasion. I'm not spending it watching 3D Titanic. If I wanted to do that, I could do that at home. I could literally do that at home. There's no way I'm going to the cinemas to watch 3D Titanic. And I don't think she'd put up with that, to be honest.
Magic Mike 3 was released on Valentine's Day.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I don't think she's into that, to be honest with you.
No, but you might.
I quite enjoyed. Well, no, I enjoyed the movie, the first movie. I'm not sure about the second one, but I don't think it's a terrible movie. But I need to see if there's something decent on at cinemas that we can go and watch, just to, you know, go and see something new for a change.
What's that? Knock on the Cabin or Knock on the?
Yeah, I've seen it. They mentioned it last week. I've seen the trailers for that now. It doesn't look too bad.
Here's a question for you. Talking about Dave Bautista.
Hey, Chris.
Who is the actor or wrestler that turned actor that you think's pulled it off the best?
Well, you can't argue that it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, is it, really?
Do you
But
think he's the
I
better
think,
actor, or do you think he's just had the better grossing movies?
as it stands at the minute, he's set the bar. Yeah, cheers, Chris. He's 100% set the bar. Do you know what I mean? I mean, Dave Bautista's doing well. He's got some good credits to his name. I think if I had to rank him, I'd probably say it would be The Rock, then it would be Dave Bautista, then it would be John Cena. I don't really see anybody else other than, because a lot of the movies that the other wrestlers have been WWE productions, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or in some incarnation of it. So, but those three have definitely sort of done the best, I think. Yeah, cheers, Uncle Albert. Appreciate that. Yes, it is, Master Chris.
Me Transformers man on Vintage been posting more Transformers.
Oh God, we've lost him, Jack. We've lost him to the Transformers.
So I might have to do a bit of buying it later. Anyway, go onto my eBay store and buy Psylocke so I can buy Transformers.
Bloody hell, honestly.
That's what happened. Chris came to see us at the other weekend. He took some stuff off us, and whatever he gave me, I was straight on Vinted as soon as he walked out the door. And
He took some stuff off you.
Yeah, stuff that I was selling on eBay that I just couldn't be bothered trying to work out and see if everything.
So are we all giving him death piles then? Is that the way it works?
Yeah. So it was stuff that, like that. The Warhammer sets and stuff that I bought, and I couldn't be bothered trying to work out if it was all there or not. So
yeah.
I sold it for what I sold it to him what I paid for it at the boot sale. So I got a good deal. I got my money back. He got a good deal, and I got Transformers out of it. So yeah, it all worked out quite well.
Worked out quite well in the end of it.
Yeah, they're releasing a 20th anniversary of Mean Girls.
Yes, I think he was being sarcastic there. Although he's probably right, to be fair.
So yeah, so my Transformers man on Vintage been posting again, so I might have to go in there.
There is literally no more room on that shelf for Transformers.
I don't know. I'm sure I can get a couple more.
If you all stood there like next to each other like that.
I had to move some of my Blu-rays around the other day, so I could get me G1s in the center console because I used to have so I had to move them around. But yeah, I think I might have to.
I didn't know you were walking around with money in your pocket, Chris.
So I'm thinking I might have to get rid of my Star Wars collection.
What?
Mm.
Well, you're gonna have to see how many Transformers you need to buy first.
Reading, it depends on what figures you've got and which armies you've got. If it was the Warhammer Fantasy, they go for quite a bit. Yeah, so if you've got Warhammer Fantasy, they go for quite a bit. The Space Marines, the Warhammer 30k Space Marines, which the Horse Heresy, they go for quite a bit. But stuff like the Orcs and the Eldar, they've got no money in. If you want the Facebook group, the Movie Chats and Film Geeks Facebook page, find me on there, send me some pictures, and if you've got anything that I'll be interested in, I'll give you a good deal. What are you laughing at?
He's a very tough negotiator, is Big Steve.
Yeah, if it's cakes and toys, I'm all over it.
Right, we need to spin the wheel, bud.
We do. Do you know what? I haven't even got the wheel open. 2 seconds.
Oh my god. Sorry, chat. He's not been here in a while. He's still getting used to it.
Having that week off through.
It's having that week off, yeah, it's phone you, hasn't it?
Actors wheel. What did we do? We took Richard Gere off, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. I hope so.
Yeah. So let's shuffle that. It would be nice if I shared my screen before I hit the play button. What was that? Who got the big? I got a good deal out of that. To be fair, I got my G1 Grimlock and my G1 Sludge on the back of that.
No. Oh, it's okay. Oh my god. So how did you lose subscribers? Well, we went from Richard Gere to Halle Berry.
That's going to be a very fucking quick week. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Catwoman again next week. And is the thing off here? No, there it is.
He took it off there, yeah.
I'm just doing it now, yeah.
We need some more movies for that, I think. Oh, thank you, Lindsay Nalvin. Appreciate that. I saw your trolley thing on. Where was I see it on today? Was it on? What? Go on.
Oh. What's the worst that can happen? Watch the thing again. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's doable.
That might rescue next week's show.
Might do. It might do. Although, ironically, it's still DC related, isn't
it? There we go. Swordfish. Oh, yeah. We'll get that added on.
I like Swordfish. It's a great movie, that. When he's got to try and hack into that thing incredibly quick.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any movie suggestions, then please do leave a comment after this video has gone live and I'll pick it up from there. However, Lana has asked for Mr. Goodnight, Mr. Tom. She was the first movie that went on the wheel and it still hasn't come up yet.
Yeah. We've had Withnail and I's already been on there, on it.
Yeah. No, it hasn't. No, we've talked about it, but we've never actually.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I saw the little trailer thing, bike trailer. Proper old school. It looks well cool.
So yeah, if you want us
done, guys.
If you want us to put a film on the wheel, or if you want us to review a film, because like I say, I watched The Talented Mr. Ripley, and that was on the back of somebody asking me to review it. So I've never seen it, so I watched it, reviewed it. If you've got anything like that you want either of us to do, I'll do it for free. Little Steve wants money for it because that's the only way I can get him.
Really? You make all your money off Chris, so don't worry about it.
No, you're joking, are you? Vincent makes all its money off Chris. I just happen to be the middleman. It sort of comes in that way and out that way. You know, Harry Potter 1 to 8. Yeah, Steve, that's yours. You've got.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I've got the full page to watch. I can enjoy that.
Patience for Harry Potter.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Leave a comment when the video goes live on YouTube, and we'll pick it up from there, and we'll make sure it's all updated for next week. And hopefully it will come out for you.
You know what? I might actually do that. It's going to take me a few weeks, but I might do a Harry Potter video because I'll rank them then. I'm not ranking the other ones though. No chance. I barely got through the first one of those, the Fantastic Beasts.
I haven't watched any Fantastic Beasts. To be fair, I think I got to the Goblet of Fire in
what?
The other one, and I never seen the end of it. Yeah. He didn't make it on his own. Simon and Theodore helped.
Shocking that. What? You know what? They've just been bigging his channel up.
Verbally abuses our viewers.
Yeah, he's just been bigging him up about supporting his about supporting Chris's channel, and he comes out with comments like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Typical train driver in elect, that is.
Primer. Okay.
The best time travel movie. I think you've got a big statement there, Baz. To be fair, time travel movie.
Anything's better than Back to the Future before you go down that route.
No, it's not, though, is it?
Yeah.
No, what you're talking about.
Yeah, even the Avengers said Back to the Future's a load of shit.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking
go back and watch Endgame, right? Because you'll see that Ant-Man's absolutely devastated when he realised Back to the Future's bollocks.
Well, if Ant-Man said it, it must be true.
It must be true, you know? I don't know. Right. What I was going to say before you've took me down the tangent of Back to the Future.
Well, I don't know. We were talking about Chris a second ago.
Yeah, I was going to say something. It was something really, really profound.
Was it going to change the trajectory of the show?
It was going to change. Really out there? It was going to change the world.
Well, and I've now interrupted you.
You've interrupted me flow now with that shite.
We may never know. We may never know now.
No, there we go.
Time travel flows. 12 Monkeys, Terminator, Interstellar, no others. Right, okay. 1.21 gigawatts, exactly, Uncle Albert.
Exactly. Yeah, but 12 Monkeys was a good film. I had to watch it twice to realise, to figure out what was going on.
That's just reminded me. Did you see that smart car?
Yes.
That was hilarious. That was amazing.
Did anyone actually buy the Jurassic Park car the other week?
I've got no idea. But a smart car that's turned into a looking like the Back to the Future car was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, Chris. Time travel might be one of the best movie themes.
Okay. So, we'll do that next week then.
What?
We'll do the best time travel movies, as well as, because I don't think Halle Berry is going to take us very long, really. Is it really? Swordfish and X-Men and Catwoman. There you go.
Predestination. That was one that was a bit weird.
Which one?
That was time travel, wasn't it? Is it Predestination? The one with Ethan Hawke in.
Ethan Hawke.
Predestination, I think it was called.
Yeah, the one where he's a trans killer.
But you've got things like Time Cop. You've got things like, what else would they have been? I'm just thinking the earlier movies now. Just trying to think what else there could have been. That was
Time Machine.
Yeah. What's that?
Flight of the Navigator was a brilliant movie, and you're right. It is sort of like a time travel movie because he falls down the ditch and loses 10 years of his life.
Yeah, Flight of the Navigator. Yeah, that's true. Time travel is good, but only if it sticks to a paradox. When they start the alternate timeline trope, you start getting sloppy writing. That's true. I do think some of the times they don't know. They don't sort of lose they don't know what idea they've got really, other than time travel.
I tell you what was it. What was a film that did my head in? And I mean, I really loved the film, but I couldn't get my head around it. And it's not really a time travel movie. What happened to Monday?
What do you mean?
The film. What happened to Monday?
Okay, I've never heard of that.
Or was it What Happened to Friday?
It was one of the days of the week.
There were seven identical kids,
Okay.
right? And they were called Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of them goes missing. But to get them out the house, because you were only allowed to have one kid, so to get them out the house, they all took different turns to go out. So one went out on Monday, one went out on Tuesday, and they lived the life of the same woman.
Well, that's weird.
So say there was seven of you, and you were all called Monday to Friday, but when they all leave the house, they were Stephen Millier. So they all went to the same job. They all went to the same cafe shop every morning.
Yeah.
Whatever. And they all lived the life of one person, but there was seven. Oh, what was it?
Yeah.
Was it called What Happened to Monday, or What Happened to Friday, or What Happened to Wednesday? I don't know. I can't remember.
Were they the sequels?
Yeah. But it was absolutely brilliant. But there wasn't a time travel movie, but because one of them ended up sleeping with a man and having a relationship with him, but she only ever seen him on that one day of the week. So when the others bumped into him in the street and they didn't know who it was, and it really confused them why she forgot, and he thought he had like amnesia or something, and only remembered him on one day, and it wasn't. It was a completely different woman. So no, it's not. I'm gonna have to fucking Google it now and find out.
Well, now Google it, because now I'm confused. Because if she only saw him on a Monday, then chances are he's married.
What happened to Monday? I was right.
The only day he was free.
Yeah. It's
What
got
was that on?
Naomi Reprise is in it, and William Dafoe, Glenn Close. And when you click on it, and Naomi Reprise's list on it is that she played Monday to Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. What happened to Monday?
Did you watch it on a streaming or what?
It was on Amazon. Quick, 7 days.
Deja Vu.
It was a good film. Yeah.
Yeah, that was, to be fair. I just read that say exactly the same time. Yeah, that was a good movie, that Deja Vu. There's been a few, but I don't think we've had as many as other genres. Do you know what I mean? I think it's definitely a popular genre. You know, I mean, even stuff like that, Happy Death Day, you know, going sort of like the Groundhog Day theme. You know, I'd love to see more of those movies, but we don't see a lot of it. But then you've got the Russian Doll TV series. That's a similar sort of thing. And those sort of things are quite enjoyable. The only one that absolutely destroyed that was Triangle, the movie Triangle, where she's on the boat in the sea. It's just, that is absolutely one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I really enjoyed The Time Traveler's Wife. I knew one of you was going to bring it up.
What are you trying to say, Steve? He's a bit tongue-tied now.
I don't know. You see, I'm trying to be good, and I'm trying not to offend anyone. But you do
it on a daily basis.
You leave the door wide open, don't you, for comment? You know,
the one with the fella from Brooklyn Nine-Nine stuck in loop. Are we talking about Looper? Is it Looper?
Looper was Joseph Gordon.
Joseph Levitt.
Gordon Joseph Levitt. Oh,
yeah.
You know who I mean. Anyone come across minor films on stream?
Yeah, loads.
Yeah.
I think
To be
that's
fair,
the
I feel
reason
like
I've still not got rid of them, to be honest.
if you're talking time travel movies, does the Tomorrow War fit in that?
Maybe.
Where they come back in time to take the older people that would have died in that timeline to go back to fight the aliens.
Edge of the Garden is a time travel hard to find in the UK. It's more in the US movie, but it's really good. Edge of the Garden. Bill and Ted, yeah, classics.
Yeah,
Weren't a massive fan of the latest one.
Tomorrow's a good. They or Live, Die, Repeat, or whatever it was called. That was a good time loop film. But the Tomorrow War that was on Amazon with Christopher Pratt, that was a quite good film. I enjoyed that one. Yeah,
2011 drama as well.
Yeah, Deja Vu, Chris, is definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. What's that one?
Deja Vu.
So Edge of Tomorrow is a bit of a weird one because, like you say, it was called Edge of Tomorrow, and then when it came out on media, it was like Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah. Yeah, that confused me because I was looking for The Edge of Tomorrow or Live, Die, Repeat on stream, and you can't find it because they call it different things every time it's on there.
Yeah.
It's like the Die Hard movies, though, isn't it? You couldn't have just kept Die Hard 1, 2, and 3. It's like, which order does it go in after with a Vengeance?
Yeah.
Die Hard 4, then it's Good Day to Die, then it's Die Hard something else, isn't it? I can never figure out what order they go in because you just keep it 1 to 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Frequency was another good film.
Yeah,
that was the Dennis Quaid in what's his name? I can't remember who was saying that.
Hot Tub Time Machine. Yes. I love any movie like that where it goes back to like the 80s or something because I love that sort of time genre, the 80s, 90s. That was really good.
Chris is old enough to remember the 80s. He lived through it properly. Chris is old enough to remember the 80s. He lived through it properly. We were just about born.
Yeah, we were. That's very true.
Right, ladies and gents, before we go off on the tangent and end up upsetting the 17
everyone and anyone.
Yeah, we'll call it a day. So please leave a comment on the video if you want us to review any movies or if you want any movies added to the wheel. We have got content coming out on a regular basis at the moment on the Tuesday with some additionals on the Saturday. So yeah, keep an eye out for them as well. If you haven't already, then please do hit the like button for this video, and that allows YouTube to push it out to everybody else. And while you're hitting the like button, you might as well hit that subscribe button as well, and help us move along to that magical 1,000 mark. We're a bit stagnant at the moment at 100.
Yeah, we had a really good week last week.
Yeah, 418 we're on at the moment, if I remember, or 417. So we're a bit stagnant around about that mark. So we'd like to move on a little bit. Saying that, if we don't put out good content, we don't get subscribers, do we? So, yeah, that's what it boils down to. Steve, you've got to start putting content out, you lazy bastard. On that,
you can only get us so far.
I can only take us so far, Steve. You've got to go the rest of the way. You've got to stand on my shoulders and reach that next level. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say bye-bye. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.
just before I go, I just want to point out that he actually bullies me in between these VTs. You should see what he does to me. It's unbelievable, little get.